Hey everybody, it's Ann from What's Up Family Home, and today I'm going to show you what we had for dinner this week. And this is a shrimp boil, and you'll see me put one lemon in there and drop one. So this week wasn't starting off very well, but we'll get through it. So I'm just going to put the lemon in there, and then I added some potatoes with the lemon and some Old Bay seasoning and let that just hang out in there. And I'm going to cook the potatoes until they're tender. Okay, I'm going to add some more seasoning. I'm going to use some granulated garlic powder. Now I'm going to add up one chopped onion. Then I'm going to add some Lowry seasoning salt. I'm going to add a good bit. It still didn't have as much flavor as I would like. I also added about a big tablespoon of the Better Than bouillon. I wish I would have added a little bit more. It just needed some more seasoning. Next time I'll know to load it down with some of that. Okay, I've got some Hillshire Farms kielbasa, and I'm adding that to the pot. And I'm also adding 4 corn on the cobs. Well, everything was done, and I added the shrimp, but I guess I didn't film adding the shrimp. So I let that cook for just a little bit and put the butter in, and that was dinner this night. It was really good. It just needed a little bit of seasoning, but I'll know next time to add more. Okay, on this day, my plan was to make a chicken pie, and I put 2 cans of cream of chicken soup in my bowl, and then I'm going to use a can of my home canned chicken and pour it in there. I was going to make a crust with crescent rolls, but of course I didn't have any this day. I usually have them on hand, but I didn't today, so I'm going to go ahead and mix the juice from the chicken in there, and then I'll add the chicken. But what I'm going to do is add some stuffing mix instead. I had that on hand, so that will be just as good. I love having home canned chicken on hand. It makes it so quick and easy to make up meals, and it doesn't taste anything like the kind of chicken you get in a can that kind of tastes like a tin can. This is really good, tastes just like I cooked it. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that into my soup. Now I'm just going to add my spices. I'm going to add some onion powder, adding some fresh ground pepper. Going to add in some salt. Then I'm just going to mix everything in well. Okay, I just sprayed my pan really well, and I want to add the filling into it. And here's where I found out that I didn't have any crescent rolls. Luckily, I had this in my pantry, so I'm just going to add about half of the bag into the soup, and it'll just be a chicken pie, but it'll just be a different kind of chicken pie. And I like these as well, and it's just as easy. Instead of putting the crust on there, I just stirred that in there really well. Okay, I've got everything good and mixed together. Now I'm going to go and get a sheet of aluminum foil, and I'm going to put it over the pie, and I'll bake it on about 350 for about 35 minutes. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and make some fried okra, and I'm just going to use some yellow corn mix. And I usually just wet my okra a little bit so it'll stick. I don't usually dip it in eggs. Usually I'm just trying to rush through dinner, and I usually don't even take that step. But I'm just going to add some salt and pepper to it. And I'm also going to put some onion powder in it, of course. Okay, and I'm just going to stir it up and make sure I get all the okra coated. I'm also going to open up a can of these yams. I love these things, and I've had them since I was a kid, and I still love them today. Okay, I've got some avocado oil heating up, and I just put one okra in there just to make sure it was hot. You don't want to put them in there in some cold grease. When you do that, it soaks up a lot more. The hotter the grease is, not burning, but the hotter it is, the less it's going to soak up. So I'm just going to fill my pan with the okra and fry it up till it gets golden brown. Okay, this is my plate. I made some corn from the freezer. I've got a chicken pie, some sweet potatoes, and some fried okra. This was delicious. So this was our dinner this night. Okay, tonight we're having, it's like a Hamburger Helper, but I guess it's a little elevated. We're fancy tonight. We've got some artisan crafted Philly style cheesecake. And it's like a Hamburger Helper. And all I did, I just went by the directions, browned the hamburger meat, put the water in there and the noodles and the seasoning mix, and I will add some cheese just in a few minutes. It comes in a pack like this. As soon as the water was almost absorbed, it tells me to put this in, so I'm going to put this in. I am working on some bruschetta. I'm just going to wing it tonight. I don't have time for a recipe. It's almost 8 o'clock. Every night this week, it's just like trying to get dinner. Sorry about the washing machine going. So I'm just going to mix up this with some salt and pepper. It has Italian seasonings. It has onion powder. It has garlic powder in there, and parsley. So I'm just going to put that on this bread. It's toasted, and I'm just going to sprinkle some garlic powder on there, and then I'm going to put my bruschetta on there, and that's what we're going to have for dinner. Okay, it is done. It is so good. I just tried it. It has little bits of green pepper in there, and it tastes just like a Philly cheesesteak, and it has like the white cheese in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's great. So get you some of this from Walmart. Get you some of this from Walmart. That is really, really good. I would definitely make that again. And there's my bruschetta. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I wish I would have toasted the bread more, but other than that, it was delicious. So that's what we had this night, and I hope you enjoyed these meals, and I'll see you guys in the next one.